Hey, it's Lauren hanging out on the purple carpet with Juan Rodriguez, champion surfboard shaper. So Juan, how does it feel to be a champion?
Well, it feels great, but it's hard to explain into words because I've never really been much of a champion at anything except shaping surfboards. But it does feel good.
That's great. What are some tips you would give out to some aspiring surfboard shapers?
Well, it's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of practice, repetition, and of course dedication to wanting to make a good surfboard.
How many surfboards would you say that you've shaped before?
I've shaped a lot of surfboards. Yeah, I've shaped over 1,000 wooden boards alone.
Wow, wooden, and isn't there some other material that it's made out of too?
Well, the core on most surfboards is a foam, either
Really?
a urethane-based foam or an EPS-based foam. But I like doing wooden boards personally.
Yeah. Isn't there a war between East Coast and West Coast surfboard shapers? Is there some kind of competition going on? What's up with that?
Well, there seems to be in their mind, but I think the battle's been over for a while.
Really? You guys have won?
Yeah. Well, we have all the trophies.
So when we think of beaches in Florida, we don't necessarily think of Sarasota. What puts Sarasota on the map?
Well, Sarasota is where I come from. When in the early 60s, when the surfing boom first hit, because of the movie Gidget and some other stuff, I got this bug to want to learn how to surf. So I was at the beach all the time, all the time. I learned how to repair surfboards. I got my first job when I was 14 repairing surfboards. I made my first surfboard when I was 15.
Started young, huh?
Started young, and no one showed me how to do any of it. So it was this Darwinian kind of process.
Self-taught.
Exactly. I made every mistake you can make 20 times. But
Well, you got to make mistakes to learn.
That's exactly right. If you don't make mistakes, you don't know. So Sarasota isn't the best known spot in the world for waves, but it does get good. In the winter, it gets really good. It's consistent. And in the summer, when we get tropical storms or hurricanes, we get great surf.
So who is your inspiration? What is your inspiration? What got you started in all this?
I've always liked to make things with my hands. And in my mind, I'm always striving to make something that I can say is perfect. Is it attainable? I don't know.
So would you consider yourself a perfectionist?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially when it comes to surfboards. I mean, you gotta do it right.
Well, I try to do all of them right.
Well, I mean, certainly you are if you're champion.
No, thanks.
Oh. What's one of your favorite surfing destinations?
Well, I like any place that's warm and the water's clean
Gotta be warm.
and the waves are good. That's what I like.
Nowhere specific?
Mexico.
Mexico. Never been. Would you be willing to teach me?
Absolutely, baby. Are you crazy? Let's go.
Let's go. I'm ready to hop on a plane right now. What kind of surfboard would you recommend for me? I'm 5'11", pretty tall.
I would say to start with an 8 or a 9 foot board, something that's going to be stable, easy to paddle, easy to catch waves with, and I think that would do it for you. But of course you'd need like personal lessons.
By you.
Okay, I'll do that, yeah. That's
Okay,
a good idea.
sounds great. In Mexico, I'll meet you there. Well, thank you.
You're more than welcome. I'll see you out in the water.
All right.